Amit Shah has just tweeted on the results that are coming in from across Maharashtra in the 29 municipal corporations whose results were counted today. Resounding victory of BJP-Shiv Sena alliance in the Maharashtra Municipal Corporation elections clearly shows that the people across every corner of the country have complete faith in the development politics of the NDA led by Prime Minister. This historic success is the people's stamp of approval on the development and public welfare work carried out by the Mahayuti government in the state. Heartfelt gratitude to people of Maharashtra for this immense support. So you have Amit Shah there talking about the results across Maharashtra, not just in Mumbai alone. Across Maharashtra, what has happened, what the results are being seen right now is a stamp of approval on the development politics of the Prime Minister, his vision, and of course the work done by the Mahayuti. Ankit Tyagi, Anuj Raite, both of them joining us live right now. JP Nadda, in fact, has also reacted to the results now. JP Nadda, the outgoing BJP president, what has he said? He has just tweeted a while ago and said इस ऐतिहासिक जीत के लिए महाराष्ट्र के नगर निगम चुनाव में भारतीय जनता पार्टी एवं शिवसेना की प्रचंड विजय, आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री के दूरदर्शी नेतृत्व में डबल इंजन सरकार की विकासमुखी नीतियों और जन कल्याणकारी योजनाओं पर जनता की मोहर है। ऐसी ऐतिहासिक विजय के लिए मुख्यमंत्री, उप मुख्यमंत्री, भाजपा अध्यक्ष, उन सबको शुभकामनाएं। ऐतिहासिक विजय के लिए मतदाताओं का भी हार्दिक आभार। Interesting that we've been pointing out, both the Home Minister as well as the outgoing BJP President Ankit have conveyed congratulations, but across Maharashtra, not just focusing on Mumbai, not just focusing on the BMC. Ankit.
You know, Padmaja, I could barely hear what you were saying because of the noise around me. Devendra Fadnavis has left, but that has not stopped the celebrations here at the BJP headquarters. And what I can tell you at this moment is that behind our lot, it was a very cautious Devendra Fadnavis. He spoke about the victory across Maharashtra. Of course, BJP has done phenomenally well. But at this point of time, the battle for Mumbai is not yet over. It's much closer than what was initially anticipated. And I must say that, you know, Uddhav Thackere cannot be written off. Of course, the performance of his brother, that seems to have been pulled down the Thackere factor, or at least that alliance. And if you take a look at the numbers which we are getting in at this moment, the BJP and the Shinde Shiv Sena is expected to, of course, cross the majority mark of 114, but the estimates of 130 plus, of 150 plus, that doesn't seem to be coming true, at least at this moment. Much tighter election. One dynasty, at least I would say in Maharashtra, in Mumbai, the Thackerays may have lost the BMC, but they have been able to, at least Uddhav Thackere lives to fight for another day. It will be a difficult thing for him to keep his councillors intact in the course of next 3 years. But the fact is that their performance compared to what they were in 2000, before 2017, when the elections took place, the undivided Shiv Sena doesn't seem to be as bad as it was anticipated. Shinde becomes very, very important, though his performance has not been to the level that the BJP would have hoped for, or his own party would have hoped for. But he becomes important for the BJP to remain above the 114 mark. And with the Congress party, the other lesson is, instead of Raj Thackere, if possibly the alliance, the Mahajuti would have, Maha Vikas Aghadi would have fought it together, this could have turned into a much closer election. But more than Mumbai, I think the message is also for the Pawar family, where they have lost their bastions, Pune, Pimpri, Chinchwad. So there is now, at least people are talking about here, no option left but for the Pawars to come together, because not only in the opposition, their stocks go down, within the Mahajuti as well, Ajit Pawar, his stocks are going to go significantly down, Padmaja.
Down. The results are fluctuating. Sanjay Raut has just tweeted, and let me bring in Anuj on that. Mumbai Municipal Corporation results, full results have not yet been declared. Counting still pending for 60 to 75 wards. Result figures are going to turn out to be false. Fight is neck and neck, but more importantly, what he says, even now Sanjay Raut is actually taking a dig at Eknath Shinde, saying that Eknath Shinde is fighting right now with the MNS. That's how badly they are doing. BJP may be very happy. BJP may have made gains. What has Eknath Shinde gained? Anuj.
You know, Eknath Shinde has surely made sure that the little gap that was there between the Thackere brothers alliance and BJP was filled by Eknath Shinde. Ankit was talking about it a while back. UBT has not performed well. If you are going to look at it objectively, Thackere brand, when you talk about the electoral sense of this brand, the electoral sense does not go with Raj Thackere, right? The electoral meaning of Thackere brand solely lies on Uddhav Thackere. And this was an election where, of course, he was put on a back foot given the fact that those fighting against him were in power, and it was not Uddhav Thackere who was leading this overly aggressive Marathi first. Of course, he was a part of that campaign, but he was not leading that campaign. He was riding very carefully, making sure that he does not let go of the newly inducted minority voters that have come in with the UBT, but also make sure that he keeps the North Indian voters which are heavily dwindling as far as Thackere faction is concerned, and still make sure that he gets a majority of the chunk from the Marathi vote share as well. And considering all of these factors, he, till the very last end, we can see that was giving a very tough fight, Uddhav Thackeray's party, that is to the Bharatiya Janata Party, and that is surely something that Sanjay Raut is reflecting on this case. But when you talk about Eknath Shinde, what Eknath Shinde has done is that Eknath Shinde was never supposed to be a part of this election to defeat Uddhav Thackere in the first place. He was only supposed to be here as a complementary force when it comes to BJP, because BJP's primary stronghold in Mumbai is in the western suburbs. It is in the northern suburbs, places which are densely populated with the North Indian and the Gujarati population. The main or the sole reason to have Eknath Shinde in this election, and the reason why the BJP conceded as many as 90 seats to him, which was surprising to even many leaders from the Shinde faction, was just to keep the Thackerays in check in the Marathi dominated areas. When you talk about areas like Shivdi, Dadar, Warari, all of these places, why has the vote share of the Thackerays, why is there no clean sweep for the Thackerays?
Yeah.
Because when you look at the result, when you look at the individuals who are fighting there is a considerable amount of dent which has been caused by Eknath Shinde, and that is his achievement in this election.
All right, let's quickly listen in to what the Chief Minister said a while ago when he made his first public appearance. Of course, he spoke to a lot of leaders, Ravindra Chavan, Amit Satam on the phone. He met Ramdas Athawale, but when he came out, he came to the party headquarters for Maharashtra in Mumbai and pretty much gave out the formula that will be replicated by the BJP, not just in Maharashtra, but elsewhere as well. Hindutva plus Vikas.
आज महाराष्ट्र में 29 महानगर पालिका के चुनाव में 25 जगह पर भारतीय जनता पार्टी और मित्रों का विजय हुआ है। महाराष्ट्र की जनता ने भारतीय जनता पार्टी पर पूर्ण विश्वास दिखाया है। हमारे अध्यक्ष रविंद्र चौहान जी के नेतृत्व में महाराष्ट्र का ये महाविजय महाराष्ट्र की जनता को और हमारे कार्यकर्ताओं को हम समर्पित करते हैं। मुंबई में भी एक बड़े विजय की ओर हम जा रहे हैं। यहां पर अभी काउंटिंग चल रहा है, लेकिन जो ट्रेंड्स है उसके आधार पर मैं कह सकता हूं मुंबई में पूर्ण बहुमत हमको मिलेगा। मुंबई में महापौर हमारा महायुति का बनेगा और मैं हमारे मुंबई के अध्यक्ष अमित साटम जी, इनको भी बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं। और साथ साथ मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं, ये जो विजय है महाराष्ट्र की जनता का हमारे प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी पर जो विश्वास है, उस विश्वास की ये विजय है। इस देश में और महाराष्ट्र में प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने जो विकास और विश्वास की राजनीति शुरू की है, उसका ये विजय है। और हम लोग ये संकल्प करते हैं कि इस महाविजय के बाद हम सभी लोग महाराष्ट्र के एक एक नगर को यहां पर उसकी सेवा करने के लिए अपने आप को समर्पित करेंगे। एक एक नगर का विकास होगा, जन जन का विकास होगा, गरीबों का विकास होगा, सभी को सारी बुनियादी सुविधाएं मुहैया होगी। इस विश्वास के साथ हम लोग इस चुनाव में कूदे थे और जनता ने एक ऐसा आशीर्वाद दिया है। ये मामूली विजय नहीं, ये अतिभव्य इस प्रकार का विजय है। इसलिए ये विजय मैं सभी को समर्पित करते हुए आप सभी का बहुत बहुत मैं अभिनंदन करता हूं, सभी को बधाई देता हूं।
And Deputy CM Eknath Shinde spoke to us a while ago as well. Let's listen into what he said. शिंदे साहब, पहले तो आपकी पार्टी कह रही है कि जो दो असली भाऊ हैं वो हैं देवेंद्र भाऊ और शिंदे भाऊ, तो ये दो भाई ठाकरे बंधुओं के ऊपर भारी पड़ गए।
देखिए, हम भारी की बात नहीं, हमारा जो मुद्दा है ये मुद्दा है डेवलपमेंट का, और उन्होंने मुद्दा लिया इमोशनल का। तो लोग इमोशन के ऊपर नहीं चलते हैं, इमोशन के ऊपर चुनाव नहीं लड़ सकते, नहीं जीत सकते हैं। डेवलपमेंट के मुद्दे पर चुनाव लड़ा जा सकता है और जीता जा सकता है। यही मुंबई वासियों ने तय कर लिया। मुंबई वासियों को उनके जीवन में बदलाव चाहिए और उनको सुविधा चाहिए, वो उन्होंने दिखा दिया है।
जो ठाकरे हैं, राज ठाकरे, उद्धव ठाकरे, उन्होंने कहा था कि मराठियों के लिए अस्तित्व की लड़ाई है, तो क्या मराठी अस्तित्व खतरे में है? तो नहीं जीते।
देखिए, मराठी मानुस के लिए मुंबई है और मराठी सब मुंबई में रहते हैं। ये मुंबई के बाहर क्यों गए, क्यों जाना पड़ा, इसका जिम्मेदार कौन, ये पहले तो सोचना चाहिए। और अस्तित्व तो इनके पार्टी का खतरे में, मराठी मानुस का खतरे में नहीं। मराठी मानुस लोग अभी सब कुछ जो सुविधा है, जो भी है, घर है, रोड है, सब बनाएंगे, उनको न्याय देंगे। सभी जितने भी मुंबई कर रहते हैं, कितने सालों से रहते हैं, उनको सुविधा देना उनकी।
All right, it's a big day for the BJP, and the BJP has created history in the state of Maharashtra, especially in Mumbai. And joining us now is the wife of the Chief Minister, Devendra Fadnavis. We have Amruta Fadnavis with us. Thank you, ma'am, for speaking to NDTV, for your time. Congratulations. I remember in the assembly elections, you had thanked the cadre and you had said that it's all due to Karyakarta. How do you feel about the victory today for which your husband is being credited?
I am happy. I'm overwhelmed that under the leadership and guidance of Narendra Modi ji, every BJP's Karyakarta has outperformed, has really worked hard. I've seen Devendra ji also working hard towards this day, and also Mahayuti really working towards this mission. And I'm happy that out of 29 Mahanagar Palikas, most of them are now going to be led by the Mahayuti.
In that sense, do you think finally that question has been settled कि असली मुंबईकर, असली मराठी मानूस कौन है? बिकॉज ये अस्तित्व की लड़ाई बताई जा रही थी। ठाकरे बंधु कह रहे थे हम हैं मराठी मानूस और ये लोग खतरे में डाल रहे हैं। Has that question been settled?
Today's voter, the youth or even women, they have very properly voted out this politics which is of caste, which is divisional, and they have voted for politics of development, politics which is honest, good governance, and also seen what changes they have brought in, like the infra development across various cities, and then voted. So I'm thankful to the youth, the women, and everyone in Maharashtra. They have opened their eyes and voted this time. And this makes the work even more challenging for this new Mahayuti in Maharashtra in various corporations, because there are a lot of expectations in every sphere.
Amruta ji, you're also a Mumbaikar, and help us understand objectively what is it that you want for Mumbai, because when we talk about development and infrastructure, there's also the story of potholes and flooding. As a Mumbaikar, what do you truly want for your city?
So the corporation should work hard for the requirements of a common man of Mumbai. A common man of Mumbai, what does he need? There are basic requirements which are yet unfulfilled. आप हॉस्पिटल्स देखेंगे, the health facilities in government hospitals need to be improved to another level so that they can parallel with a private hospital. Schools देखेंगे, they are towards improvement, but much needs to be done. As you said, commutation, potholes is one part, plus infra which will help in smoother travel. All these things where every common man is affected should be properly looked into.
You know, as an artist, you also interact a lot with Gen Z. You have that interface. In recent times, we've heard a lot of commentary that Gen Z will rise up. Gen Z doesn't like the BJP. Maharashtra vote chori was alleged, and Rahul Gandhi especially made an appeal to Gen Z that you have to stop this vote chori. Today, after these results, what would you say to Gen Z as somebody who interacts regularly with them?
I think so. Gen Z is very intelligent. They don't need advice from us. In fact, उन्होंने बता दिया है उन लोगों को जिन्होंने उनके वर्डिक्ट पे क्वेश्चन मार्क अलग-अलग तरीके से उठाया है कि we know what is right and wrong. You don't need to tell us what we need to do. We see, we analyze, and we decide.
Right. Amruta ji, what is it that you wish for your husband? Because he has time and again proved himself politically. This is yet another big win and he's being credited for that. Politically, what is the trajectory that you want for him? Is he ambitious? Yes, we know he is. But what is it that you want for him in the next few years and also in the future?
I don't believe in talking about the future, but yes, for today, what I want from him is what the common man wants. That he shouldn't face corruption in the smallest of requirements which he has. And the officials should have this deterrent, some kind of deterrent wherein they do not adhere to this kind of corruption which goes on in corporations. And the basic requirements which people want, from healthcare to proper commutation to good education, this is what people want, and that is what I will also take to him.
Just before polling was to take place, you did a cover version of Mukesh ji's Eternal song. Would you like to hum a few lines, very topical today as well? Maybe a message to your husband, to the Chief Minister and to the new mayor.
Yeah, that's a beautiful song, but I would not hum it because, the voice cracks with you and then I get trolled. So I'm a little wary of today's trolling. So I would just say that, please go ahead with this basic thought to all the members of Mahayuti कि किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, क्योंकि जीना इसी का नाम है. And we learn this from no one else other than Modi ji, who has left everything and devoted his life to the welfare of people.
Right. With the disclaimer that if there is any cracking of the voice, it is only our responsibility. How can we let you go? If your song is touching millions, 2 line to aap sunai dijiye Mukesh ji ke us gaane ki. We promise, we've given a disclaimer.
किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के रास्ते हो तेरे दिल प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है. Thank you.
That is so beautiful. Amruta ji, just last question. What is your advice to all women? Because we see you as somebody who's so independent from your husband, who's the Chief Minister, but you have your own passion. What is your advice to all women who often get judged, trolled for following their dreams and passion?
Yeah, in fact, I would tell all the women that yes, you are the part of the whole, and all of us are a part of the whole. But you should not forget that you are the whole. आप में ही संपूर्ण हो. So whatever you have within yourself, your talents or your aspirations, don't let them die. Just bring them up. Showcase it to the whole world and also to your own daughters and next generation. That yes, daughters are now here, up here to perform, to showcase themselves and not just hide behind the doors.
It's amazing that आज पूरे दिन लोग कह रहे हैं कि देवेंद्र भाव, मुंबई का भाव, महाराष्ट्र का भाव सच में देवेंद्र भाव है, and yet you have him saying that the person who wears the pants in the house is my wife. That's real power, Amruta Fadnavis.
No, I always say that he is the boss, undoubted boss. Only thing is I take the decisions at home.
But before you go, Kyoki today the Chief Minister has said this is Hindutva plus Vikas. This is our, and I remember you had sung this amazing bhajan which had done millions of views. Amitabh Bachchan ji had spoken about it as well. On a day when Hindutva plus Vikas, and in a year where you're going to have many more elections coming, just one line of your favorite bhajan on an auspicious day like this.
Mera favorite, so I'll just sing that one. But I have been speaking so much that my voice is not in place today. But just for you, I'm just singing 2 lines.
Thank you.
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभं कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं तुम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं.
Thank you so much, Amruta Fadnavis. One last thing I wanted to ask you, because Devendra Fadnavis also started as a corporator and as a mayor. Is this an emotional day for you? Because this also would in some ways would have reminded you of his own political journey.
It is an emotional day because it becomes nostalgic and you remember the struggles he's been through. But more than any other emotion, I feel it's a very responsible day for each and every person. Too much needs to be done, lots needs to be delivered. So I think so it's a responsible day and work should start from day one.
Do you feel like, a lot that you had to sacrifice on the way as well? And when you look back, was it worth it?
I've always said this, that I've given away Devendra ji for my Maharashtra and I am proud and happy about it.
And then one quality of your husband that you think really makes him the leader that he is today?
His hard work, transparency and consistency, along with a vision and mission for Maharashtra to shine.
All right, we will let you go. You have been very, very sporting, and like you said, you've been speaking a lot. It's been hard on your throat. Thank you very much, Amruta Fadnavis. Thank you for speaking to us, and thank you for always being a very, very powerful, classy and outspoken
And for that wonderful
party.
voice, yeah.
Thanks very much, Amruta Fadnavis. All right, so that you heard the voice of Amruta Fadnavis. Interesting that she says, he's the boss in the house. Devendra Fadnavis is the boss in the house, but I am the one who takes all the decisions. Devendra Fadnavis, though, without a doubt, the man of the moment, the man who has carried the day today, even while the trends are coming in for what is going to happen in the BMC, yet the Mahayuti clearly ahead. The ramifications of the numbers of Mumbai will be dissected at length, but when it comes to the results across the board, and Mayur Parikh, political commentator with us, along with Kiran Sonavane, spokesperson of the Shiv Sena, S. Balakrishnan, executive editor of Free Press Journal, Asif Bamla, leader of the BJP, Intikhab Farooqi, leader of the Shiv Sena UBT. And I want to ask you, Mr. Balakrishnan, in particular, Devendra Fadnavis, can it be denied that this was his election? You had the Modi factor working in the assembly, but in this election at least, it was Fadnavis and Fadnavis alone.
There is absolutely no doubt about it. And today what has happened is that the brand Devendra Fadnavis, rather the brand Deva Bhav, has been established very, very firmly. There is no denying this fact. And in this election, if you noticed, being the municipal election, none of the central leaders of the party, they were the campaign, but it was Devendra Fadnavis who single-handedly shouldered the entire burden, the entire responsibility of leading the Mahayuti, including his party, to victory. And just see the kind of victory that he has got. After 29 municipal council, 25 it is there in his pocket. And most importantly, the Mumbai Municipal Corporation. First time the BJP has got a majority in the BMC. So in the past, it was in tandem with the Shiv Sena, with the undated Shiv Sena. But now on its own strength, it is going to capture the BMC. And apart from the fact that it has got 85,000 crore budget, the crucial thousands of crores worth of contracts will be decided by the standing committee, which is the statutory committee where the BJP will be dominating. The improvements committee, which will deal with land and change of reservation, that also will be controlled by the BJP. So the grip of the BJP over the BMC and then Mumbai's finances will be very firm. And in an interview given to me, Mr. Fadnavis made it very clear that he is going to completely overhaul the BMC. He said there was a lot of resistance from the BMC staff to suggestions from the state government. He says, I will crush the resistance and ensure that the people of Mumbai get a transparent and corruption-free administration, because for far too long people have suffered.
Yeah, and now when you have a triple engine, people expect quick results, and the BJP has learnt it the hard way right here in Delhi. In Delhi, you have a triple engine. Now they are in charge of the MCD also. So the BMC is going to actually be a bigger responsibility than, you know, some trophy that they have got. Asif Bamla, don't rest on your laurels. Delhiites are, you know, putting the BJP on notice every day. Clean the Yamuna today. You clean the Miti River tomorrow. Asif Bamla.
We have believed in deliverables, and we have done this in the past, and it's not some rocket science for us, because we are in the mood and mode of working always, be it in the center. We but we are always in the 26/7. We are always in the on the election mode. So that is nothing new. But let me begin today's day, as everybody said. I also heard Mrs. Fadnavis, who was very finely who's placed her words also. And again, like I mentioned to you earlier also, Padmaja, that Devendra Fadnavis ji's vision would reshape Maharashtra's trajectory to the next 50 years and more. But let me also tell you, at the same time, this dynastic, virtues, today we are more than 29 Mahapalikas mein hum aage hain. But मुझे बताइए कि जो dynastic virtues है, ये जो hate politics है, ये सबका समाप्तिकरण लोगों ने अपने वोट्स के माध्यम में किया, और ये मैंने आपको पिछले डिबेट में भी कहा।
डायनेस्टी पॉलिटिक्स तो आप मत ही बोलिए, आपके नेताओं के भी 3-3, 4-4 रिलेटिव्स ने ये म्युनिसिपैलिटी के चुनाव लड़े। Please, let's not be holier than thou just because you seem to be ahead in this election. आपके भी बहुत नेताओं के डायनेस्टी को
sorry, give me 30 seconds. 30 seconds, give me. ये जो ब्रांड चल रहा था ना, तो आज ब्रांड नहीं चलता जमीन पे। मुझे अब बताइए, there are more the number of public meetings that Devendra ji held in Mumbai itself. They had 7. The number of interactions with media like y'all he has done. Where were the Thackerays except for these two places in Thane?
So as a personality, Devendra Fadnavis towered over the Thackerays, but let's not get into the dynasty debate. Intikhab Faruqi, Devendra, band Fadnavis, Mumbai का भाव है देवेंद्र, नरेंद्र प्लस देवेंद्र, इंतखाब फारूकी.
Yes, ma'am. We are little short of the number today, but yet the counting is still going on. Let's see. It is only the game of two. We need to wait and watch for a few more hours, couple of hours, because few seats are still left and the counting is going on. So let's see. We are just waiting, and hopefully, let's see, we win those seats and cover the gap which we have right now. And then our senior leaders, Mr. Uddhavji Thackere and Rajji Thackere, will decide what to be done next and what decision to be taken, and then we will go ahead with that.
No, but because this is not just about Mumbai alone. Overall, Devendra Fadnavis's brand has prevailed in this. Let's do a deep dive in the numbers, because we've got psephologist JVC Sriram also joining us. JVC, in Mumbai and across the state, what are the 4 big takeaways that you see today of today's results and trends?
Point number 1, good evening, Padmaja, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Point number 1 is that there is an overwhelming desire amongst the people of Maharashtra to have a triple engine sarkar. Now that is very clear, because the mandate they gave in assembly is just to follow up on that, and we can see that in Pune, Nagpur, Aurangabad, corporation after corporation, we can see that. Number 2, it is very clear that Devendra Fadnavis is the man of the moment. I can make a very tall claim right now, but I think, he's humble enough to probably take it in the right spirit. After YB Chavan, if there is a powerful pan-Maharashtra leader, I'm not even including Sharad Pawar in that list, because Sharad Pawar, for most of the time, he was restricted to Western Maharashtra. Pan-Maharashtra leader, there is Devendra Fadnavis. That's the lesson number 2.
And this is despite the fact that it was thought at one time that nobody other than a Maratha can be in the Chief Minister's office. You had a Brahmin whose community is less than 10% in Maharashtra first come and occupy the Chief Minister's office and then win you the BMC as well.
So see, something, but I just want to extend here. It is something similar to what Tamil Nadu saw. Tamil Nadu saw a Brahmin chief minister. And in fact, you will always see that the Tamil Nadu is a state where you will have so much of hatred towards the Brahmins. Even publicly they start talking. But Jayalalitha was a Brahmin. She was an Iyengar Brahmin who ruled, and she was an iron lady. So I think Devendra Fadnavis has gone up in stature in a big way, and today comparisons are odious, but I'm comparing him with YB Chavan. If there was one leader whom you should compare with, it is YB Chavan.
And you know, Annamalai may have just given you point number 3 of this election, because you have the former president of the BJP in Tamil Nadu who has for the first time responded to the election results that we are seeing so far. Remember, Tejinder Tiwana, the man, he belongs to the Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha. He was fielded from one of the wards in Malad. He won. It was for Tiwana that Annamalai was campaigning, and now Annamalai has responded to the result and said strategy of dividing Mumbaikars is rejected. So I think that's fairly point number 3, JVC, that this entire narrative which seemed to have held sway this far, that this street fighter image of Thackerays and of the Shiv Sena, that is what Mumbaikars still somehow respond to. That's over. A new Mumbaikar is thinking of very different things. A new Mumbaikar doesn't believe in हम इसको रोक देंगे, हम उसको ठोक देंगे, हम मुंबई बंद कर देंगे, हम तुम्हें पीट देंगे. That doesn't work anymore. A new aspirational Mumbaikar is also voting perhaps as a Hindu.
It's not just Mumbaikar. I'm talking about the pan Maharashtra. Because today, point number 4, which I want to mention here, I will take it as number 3. Point number 4, Mr. Uddhav Thackeray has been restricted to Island City. Let the results come out. Even Mumbai suburban, he would not have much traction. He is now restricted to an Island City leader. So these are the 4 big takeaways as far as these elections are concerned. And Narendra, Devendra. That's what Narendra Modi ji once said. And Narendra in Delhi, and here is Devendra in Maharashtra, and that is proven today.
No, and in the sense, I again want to hark back to what the Chief Minister said, Mayur Parikh. He said, "Hum Hinduttvadi hain, Hindutva plus Vikas," and that pretty much is the message of this election. And perhaps a formula that the BJP is now going to use and replicate in other states as well.
Well, this is the word which now Uddhav Thackeray really refrain himself from speaking. Where earlier Balasaheb Thackeray used to say, "Maja ithe jamlela sarva Hindu bandhavano ani bhaginino." The moment Uddhav Thackeray stopped saying, "My dear Hindu brothers and sisters," now BJP is clearly stating that we are Hindutva with development. The agenda for the state is very clear and open and wide. The matter is very clear that the Shiv Sena party, UBT fraction, has moved themselves far away from Hindutva, and now here we can see that BJP is clearly taking away that place. But here, Padmajaji, I have some very important and very interesting analytics as you all were talking about, but here I have some very interesting facts here. BJP was contesting on 96 seats against Shiv Sena UBT. More than 50% of the seats are won by BJP. However, on 67 seats, Shiv Sena UBT was contesting against Shinde Sena. More than 50% seats are being won by Shiv Sena UBT. So matter is very clear. When it comes to the BJP versus UBT, BJP is clear winner, and this signifies that BJP has clearly taken that place of Hindutva. On other hand, when it comes to Shiv Sena versus Shiv Sena, the Marathi Manus is still giving vote to UBT Sena.
That's
because Sada Sarwankar's son as well as Ravindra Vaikar's
of the Shiv Sena. Sir, bataiye. Actually in terms of strike rate, Uddhav Thakray's party has a better strike rate than your party. Kiran Sonamne. किरण जी, आपको आवाज आ रही है? All right, we'll try and connect him back again, or maybe he doesn't want to listen to what Mayur Parikh has just laid out. Mr. Balakrishnan.
You know what, Padmaja, Devendra Fadnavis is clearly playing the Hindutva card. He took a very, very major decision to ban the use of loudspeakers in all the mosques across Maharashtra. Today there is not a single mosque in Maharashtra from where you can hear the sound of the azan. This is a huge achievement given the communal politics of Maharashtra. But without any controversy, without any this one, whatever court cases were there, everything were dismissed, and he ensured that the agenda of the Hindutva brigade to ban the use of loudspeakers in all the mosques he has achieved. And now he has already started removing hundreds and thousands of Muslim migrants from Bangladesh and Rohingyas kind of thing, and he has made it very clear during the election speech that after the election, and he has given a deadline to himself, within 4 months each and every illegal immigrant, and most of them happen to be Muslim from Bangladesh. Every illegal immigrant and Rohingyas will be removed from Maharashtra. These are decisions which are taken on the ground, and they have and they are warming the cockles of the RSS and the Hindutva brigade.
And in that sense, warming the cockles of the voter as well. If he is responding in this fashion, and JVC, is it safe to say that in this case, the Hindu vote stayed together largely, and the Muslim vote splintered? JVC Shriram.
See, the loudspeaker issue, Padmaja, the loudspeaker issue has been a matter of contention across Maharashtra. So many people have objected to the disturbing of their sleep early in the morning by the call of the azan. So that is one thing which he has stopped, and then there are so many other projects in the pipeline. For example, he is going to so many illegal buildings in Mumbai, which is a hardcore Muslim-dominated area. He said no regularization, no sympathy. He had them bulldozed. Several buildings in Mumbai, Kausa area has been bulldozed. He has made it very clear that he is not going to hesitate. He is not going to be a namby-pamby and then talk of secularism and all.
Okay, so there is going to be a hard stand taken. We are into governance, but when it comes to issues of Hindutva, there is going to be absolutely no compromise. And the voter likes that sort of decisiveness, JVC Shriram. And you know, why I'm saying is that the Hindu vote stayed together. And can you please cut to JVC Shriram? The Hindu vote stayed together and the Muslim vote splintered. I want to bring in the AIMIM factor, because you have the AIMIM significantly expanding its footprint across Maharashtra. Let me give you an example. Sambhajinagar Municipal Corporation, 16 out of 116 seats secured by the AIMIM. In Dhule, they have won 8 out of 74 seats. Amravati, they have got 3 out of 87 seats. In Jalna, they have won 2 out of 65. Malegaon, they have won 4 out of 84. In Parbhani, they have won 1 seat as well. So the Marathi Manus in this case has voted primarily as a Hindu, but the Muslim vote has actually splintered 4 or 5 ways. एक रहेंगे तो सेफ रहेंगे. किसी ने सही बोला था.
But there are options available for a Muslim community today, because earlier they had to go only to Congress. Today, if you see, I was seeing that in Mankur Shivaji Nagar, the contest was between SP and AIMIM. And in between, BJP won that ward. It was a hugely, highly populated, Muslim populated ward, but BJP had won. I think the number was 135, if I'm right. So when we look at it, even when we saw in the Malegaon Central, in the assembly election, where Congress had performed exceedingly well in 2024 Lok Sabha under Dhule Lok Sabha constituency. Come the assembly election, Congress got just 7,000 votes, and the contest was between Islam, a party, local party, and MIM. And MIM is not spreading itself only in Maharashtra. You come to Bihar, in Simanchal they dominated, because Rahul Gandhi can no more take ownership of Muslim votes or proprietorship.
You know, it's so interesting you mentioned Bihar. We were just discussing, I was just discussing with a friend, 5 factors which are like a mirror image of what happened in Bihar. People who were called dynasts have lost. AIMIM has emerged as a significant choice for Muslims. Muslim votes splintered in multiple directions. Hindutva plus Vikas, clear stand taken. 0 tickets given to Muslims by the BJP, even though their ally fielded Muslims. And yet the BJP itself did not field a single Muslim. That Hindutva plus Vikas formula has paid them dividends. And the ally is again a little bit on tenterhooks. Nitish Kumar's JDU is on tenterhooks in Bihar, and Eknath Shinde a little bit on tenterhooks in Maharashtra, which actually suits the BJP even though they won't admit it. And that is how there are wheels within wheels in politics, and the results remain so fascinating. We have to stop for a very quick break at this point. Back in a minute, don't go anywhere.